All right, guys, so house tour number 2, 1 week after. Wegmans, please sponsor me. Moving on. So, a lot has happened since we last met. So this is the living area and the current situation in here. We have done a lot in here. We removed all the trim, the flooring is up. All of this here used to be the trim, and my father has been mudding this and kind of like getting this back up to snuff. We replaced all the doorknobs and all that good stuff. All the heat registers are up. Unfortunately, when we uncovered this flooring, as you'll see kind of over in this direction, there was more asbestos tiling underneath. Now, that is how it was when I originally picked it up. We're probably not going to do anything with that. We're just going to leave the asbestos tiling there. Not a whole lot we can do. The flooring that I purchased, which I'll show you shortly, that actually already has an underlayment on it. So I think this here can just come right up. We'll just remove it once I'm done working on the ceilings. And let's talk about the ceilings. Talk about a pain in your butt. That is ridiculous. But we're using this little sprayer here. And this guy has a solution with vinegar and water in it. It's worked actually quite well. I tried just using water originally. Don't recommend it. Don't do it. This room, if you remember, had all the wood paneling in it, and wow. Look at that. All the wood paneling is gone. Just talk about a night and day difference in here. And you can tell, you see from this video, look right here, guys. You see all this? That's all just drywall mud. That is what the previous tenants did to this place. All the outlets, this one right here, and then all of them throughout most of the house have been replaced, at least for the upstairs. And we gotta talk for a second about two things, one of which is this right here. So this used to be wood paneling all around this window. And now what we're doing is we're basically just going to encase it with drywall and drywall compound, and it's going to be nice and evened out. And then right here, you see how this piece that kind of just goes around right there is one side, and then right over here is another. So that behind this wall was this huge wasp nest that was basically the entire length of this. And to like give you guys perspective, like here's my hand. I mean, this is a lengthy piece, and it was just all wasp nest. And luckily it was all dead, because the winter just ended here, but I can't even imagine, it was just falling out. Like we ripped off the paneling and literally just gobs and gobs of stuff falling out. Got my new fancy tools over there. I Hate Life still up there, always repping it. All right, so back into here. We have been doing a lot of work, as you can tell. In here, kitchen, next main feature. The tile is gone. The underlayment, unfortunately, partially came with it, but most of the tiling is gone. And in addition to that, let's take a step back and look at the ceiling. You notice a difference? There is no longer the texture, at least throughout most of the ceiling. A little bit over here, you can see right there with my finger. That further over does still have texture on it, but we're gonna rip that off. And then of course replace the chandelier when the time comes. Another important note here, as you can see, all of the doors for the cabinets are out and all the appliances are out. I am gonna be working on that shortly, but we do have to finish the ceiling entirely before I can move on to all this. And I've also unfortunately come to the conclusion down here, that vent is preventing me from turning this into a range/oven combo. So unfortunately, this has to just remain a range. And then we're gonna have to more or less just put the oven back once it came over here, but we're gonna buy a different one. Wish me luck. Home Depot, please give me your graces so I can actually get that in time. We've also decided that this hood is probably gonna go. There's really no reason for us to have it anymore. I showed you guys this last time, but it's just gross up there. And I think what we can do is put an actual stainless one in. It'll look pretty nice. And on the bright side, we can just vent it to the outside. So it's a kind of a win-win. I'll show you guys over here. We haven't done too much over here. I removed some carpet strips from the stairs over here just to kind of give us some easier, terrain to traverse. But then this is where I put all of the cupboards and the doors. There's a few, like over here, these are broken. I don't know what the previous tenants did to these, but they came right off. It is kind of like a sort of like a tongue and groove fixture at this point, so I'm gonna be able to put it back in with some wood glue, but there's gaps. So when I put this back in, there's gonna be a gap that I'm gonna have to like fill with Bondo or something else. And there's a few like right here, I wrote fix, because see it's separated a little bit, see that? So I don't want that to be kind of moving around on me when I'm actually using it. And then discovery of the week was that the reason this room is so cold is that is just block back there. There's like no insulation behind that. There might be a little bit in this wall, perhaps, but we're not gonna really know, and I don't think there is, at least not in this little section over here. And this floor, oh man, we'll come back to that another time. And then the last updates we have, I have nothing in downstairs to really show you at the moment, but upstairs, we're working on the hallway. You can see, look at that. All that is mudded, all kind of over the place. But this is, we're not gonna go in here, we'll go in the other room, but that's part of the flooring. This is only like a half of the flooring I have. I bought enough flooring for the whole house from top and bottom. And I got like a really excellent deal going through Ollie's Bargain Outlet. So here's the other room. We'll go in here. So this is the flooring. So that is the flooring choice that I went with. And there are a lot of boxes. It's insane to me. We weighed it out, it was over a ton in flooring, just alone. So I had to hand carry all this in. That was not a fun time. But on the bright side, I got enough flooring for the whole house and I got a really excellent deal. That is vinyl plank. It's considered luxury flooring. It's rigid core, waterproof, scratch resistant, and already has the underlayment attached to it like I mentioned earlier. So we are gonna be able to maybe just kind of rip this up, not the asbestos flooring underneath, but just this little underlayment piece. And we will have underlayment already installed on there. So basically we can make whatever mess we want, rip it up, just vacuum up everything, and we won't even have to disturb the asbestos tiling. And then I think what we're gonna do too is add some leveling compound out here just to level out the floors a little bit. So you can tell they're kind of creaking. Bathroom, we have really done nothing in here as of right now. We've tested the tub, doesn't work so well. There's me again. Toilet, we've tested it works, but we have to kind of fill it on our own, so we're getting there. And then shower, we haven't even worked on it yet, but as you can kind of see up there, it is leaking, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to do some work on that too, but all good things come with time. So we have made an absolute ton of progress. There is loads to go. I would like to show you guys the outside. It's actually a really little nice backyard. I'd like to show you guys the outside, but I think first I want to just do this whole walkthrough of the house, and then maybe that can be a separate video. But anyways, I think this is everything that I have to show you guys. So with that being said, I'll see you guys next week for another update. And hopefully in a few weeks, we're gonna be slapping some paint on this. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Peace. Wegmans sponsor me.